Madhuri Charanam. In this podcast episode, Madhuri Amma takes a quote from one of Sri Amma Pujyasri Mathioli Saraswathy's books and explains the profound layers of meaning that this quote contains. You will hear a devotee read out the quote, which will then be followed by Madhuri Amma's explanation. We hope you enjoy the episode. Madhuri Charanam.
Madhuri Charanam, Jainandalala. So today also we're going to talk about Amma's quotes, explanation, deeper clarity, and venturing into the essence of it. So I let Urmila read out the first one.
Madhuri Charanam Amma. Life takes its natural course. When we try to disturb that flow, trials and tribulations become a part of it.
It's such a thought-provoking quote. Why is it thought-provoking? Because most of us don't even know what is the natural flow. Most of us are always fighting against something, stressed out, tension, worrying. To make it simple, all these words that I mentioned is actually going against the natural flow. And also fear. Add that also. Fear, tension, worrying. All this is going against it. It's like I always like to give nature as example, right? So let's go to nature. Let's take the river. Flow na, that is what comes to our mind. The river. It keeps flowing. Does not matter what the banks are, how the banks are. It still flows. Flows to dirt or temples or whatever. Industries that dump all the dirt in it. It still flows. Does not say, oh, I'm not going there because the industries are dumping on me. That's the river. Nor does it stop in that place saying, no, I'm not going there. Let me make my space here. No. The river's goal is to keep flowing till it reaches the ocean. That is where it blends in with the ocean. And now it's not the river. No one calls it the river anymore. They call it the ocean. Whatever river it is, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, whoever it is, once it goes and joins the ocean, it's the ocean, not the river. And that is how we should be our soul. We should keep flowing till we reach the Paramatma, the ocean. Once we go and reach the Paramatma, we are not the soul anymore. We are one with the Paramatma. But what are we doing? We're trying to obstruct the flow. We're not taking cue from the river. We're trying to not even put a dam. That's why what happens is when we obstruct the flow of life, we get caught in a lot of problems, unnecessary problems. தலையில அவனே மண்ணை வாரி போட்டுட்டான். பயல் मुझे मार is Hindi. So he himself put it on himself. That is what happens. The problems. It's like God has already sketched our life and what we have to achieve. Everything is already sketched out. Outline is already made. The GPS is already done. We cannot, when the GPS is telling you to go left and you go right, you know what happens? You get lost. After that, you'll have to take a bigger turn, longer turn, takes a longer time, wastes a lot of time before you reach the destination. A lot of us think, okay, this is what it is. I love to do, let's say I love to do computer science. A lot of students nowadays, they know what they want. They have it all, set and they know where they're going. Oh, I've thought about it. I've done my research. And this is what I want to do. And then they go and write a test for that college or whatever entrance, something, and they don't get through. They don't get through and they get so dejected. It's like the whole world has come to an end for them. They're not selected. And some of them are so particular about a college. And if they don't get into that college, they're so dejected. They feel all the other college doors are closed for them. They have no idea that the Lord has closed that college door for them, protecting them from, you have no idea what. If one door is closed, another is always open. But all they can see is a big wall in front of them. Ambal never puts a wall in front of us. Never. There is no such thing as a wall. It's only doors. We can open it. If one door is closed, another is open. We don't look. And then comes what society thinks. Because these people and their mother and father, they've all told everybody, my daughter, my son is going to go to this college. He has applied for this college and he's going to definitely get in. All these hopes have been created. And disaster. Now that they didn't get in, how am I going to face the world? Wow, most of it is done by us, isn't it? I mean, think about the flow of events. If we had just sealed our mouth and kept it to ourselves, none of this would have happened. Nobody would know what you've applied for. Nobody would know you didn't get in. See how many problems have been solved by that. Mouth is the problem. Already he has sketched a plan. So we cannot make a plan. No guarantee our plan is going to work out. So now, when our plan does not work out, many of us go into depression, thinking there is a wall. Now that's it. This is a dead end for me. I don't know where to go. Do you see what happens when you don't go with the flow? Depression is what? We feel defeated. We feel like a failure. We are not able to face the society because of our own doing. Now all the praises and everything will become, oh, poor thing, she applied to that college, she didn't get sympathies. And you don't want to hear that, so you hide. You hide inside your room. You don't talk to anyone. You don't want to socialize. Do you see this pattern happening very often? Let's say we go with the flow. Let's see the other side of it. Let's say we applied to a college, we didn't get it. Yeah, we told everybody. So what? Does everyone pass? Do everyone get what they want? Everyone will have a sad story. So if someone comes and asks, oh, what happened? You got in? Say, no, I didn't. Oh, poor thing. So sad. You work so hard. Yeah, I know. But we get only what he gives. I made a mistake. I thought I'll get this, but he has another plan. Confidently face the world. Not only teach everybody, wow, she took it so well. At the same time, it's a journey that we are going forward without taking anything negative from it. It's how to move forward. That is going with the flow. Never getting trapped in that mind games. Mind always plays games. We have talked about this very often when I keep saying the mind does not want you to win. The mind does not want you to be happy. The mind's its goal is to pull you down. The most biggest enemy is our mind. Every day it's a challenge to beat it. The mind will always say, oh my God, you're such a failure. Now what are you going to do? Everybody's going to ask you. And then that fear develops. Oh my God, the stomach, butterflies, all of that. Because the mind has prepared you for that moment in fear. Before the mind prepares you, if you prepare yourself by saying, so what if I didn't get what I wanted? I'm going to try another college. Because it's not like one college we apply so many. It's just an example. Like that, many, people have many other things that they follow and don't get, and they sit so depressed, like life has no other choices. There's a very similar incident which I know about one devotee who wanted to get into IIT. Very brilliant, very intelligent. Um, he goes and asks Ambal, and Ambal gives her blessings. She says, "Sure, you can study for IIT and all that." And he and his friend, both of them, go and study together, combined studies every day, studying after school. Apparently, this person, let's say person A, who went and asked Ambal, he's the devotee of Ambal, he's very brilliant, more than his friend. He scores at school more than his friend. He was very confident he's going to get it. So when they were doing combined studies, he used to teach his friend many things. But when the results came out, his friend got it, but devotee, the A, did not get it. He was having so many feelings inside. He was mixed feelings. It's like, how can I not get in when my friend who didn't know anything, I taught him everything, he got in? This is the most unfair thing ever. And when I went and asked Ambal, she said, yeah, study and all that. And she didn't tell me I'm not going to get in. It's normal, right? It's normal. These things, these thoughts are very normal for a human being. Because according to this devotee, he wanted Ambal to have told him, no use, don't waste your time. You're not going to get it. But she didn't say that. She said, yeah. Padikkalame. She gave him the hope also. So he was very upset with her. He goes and confronts her. He says, Akka, நீங்க சொல்லிதானே படிச்சேன். You asked me. I asked you if I can do it, and you told me I can do it. If you had given me a hint that I won't get it, why would I waste my time? I wouldn't have wasted my time on this. And then he polambal, lot of other things. I taught that boy. He doesn't know anything. I taught him everything, and he got it. It's not fair. He's just, you know, just finished 12th. And so, the youngster mind. And Ambal just quietly listened to this kid. And she said, இங்க பாருப்பா, உனக்கு ஐஐடி எல்லாம் தேவையில்லை. ஏதோ அது நல்லதுன்னு படிக்க சொன்னேன். அதுக்கு மேலே நன்னா இருப்ப நீ. இப்போ உன் ஃப்ரெண்டுங்கிறியே, 10 வருஷத்துல பாரு. She said. That's all she said. நீ எங்க இருக்க, அவன் எங்க இருக்கான்னு நீ பாரு. She said. 10 வருஷத்துல. I'll translate this. She said, you don't need IIT. I just made you learn it because it's useful. According to her, knowledge is useful. Knowledge is not used to climb a ladder. Knowledge, any knowledge, is useful. You don't make knowledge as a ladder to climb up something. Oh, I'm learning this so that I can get a better pay. I'm learning this so that I can get a promotion. No, I'm learning this to gain knowledge. For her, knowledge is knowledge. There is no end to knowledge. Correct? So what she said is, this is going to be helpful for you. And you like math. So I asked you to do it. You had fun, didn't you? So he couldn't deny it. He did have fun. He loves math, so he takes it as a challenge to solve a problem. So for him, he had a lot of fun. And then she said, you keep talking about this friend, right? Friend, 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 friend in every sentence. Well, you see in 10 years where he is and where you are. You definitely don't need IIT. That's all she said. But then, of course, this person almost forgot about this friend and everything. And then, of course, after 12, 13 years, when this friend calls, reconnects with him, then he realized that he's in a better space. Even after all that IIT resume, all that, that poor boy did not make it at all. But Ambal said that long back. But this boy, he was not convinced even after Ambal said. The devotee, he was not convinced. Only after 12 years later, when he saw the truth, he was like, oh my God, she had said this. Not that he was feeling happy at that time. That time he was not feeling anything. But he was like, wow, whatever I was thinking was absolutely wrong. I thought IIT will take you someplace. But no, she just proved hard work does. It's not the institution that makes you. It's the Ambal that makes you. She is the institution. If Ambal thinks you have to go some place, you don't need any ticket or anything. She will take you. It's more than a VIP ticket. I think this is what going with the flow is. Going with the flow is, if something is taken away from you, keep flowing it. Just keep going. That was not meant for you. We tried our best. We are fixated on something. Don't get fixated on anything. Nothing belongs to us. Let the Lord play his leelas freely. Allow him to take us forward. Don't resist. It's so easy if you just give your hand and go with her, rather than she'll be like, she'll be standing there saying, gosh, I wish it was easier with him. So trials and tribulations, we face with all that only if we don't go with the flow. So Urmila, if you want to read that quote again.
Life takes its natural course. When we try to disturb that flow, trials and tribulations become a part of it.
I think that makes sense, right? Madhuri Charanam Jainandalal.